What is going on, bitch long gamers? It is Spencer, and today I'm going to be going over the Vanguard perks, how they work, how the tiers work, all the upgrades, all that nonsense, all in this video. So if you haven't already, leave, like, subscribe, all that cool nonsense. You know how this goes, man. Scratch your back, I scratch yours. Check out the links in the description. You know how this goes, man. I said it before, and I'll say it again. But if you subscribe to me, I'll shout you out. Yes, you the big homie, so make sure you leave a like and subscribe. But other than that, gamers, let's get into the video. Alright, so you may look in the bottom of my screen and you might see 3 perks: Deadshot, Daiquiri, Speed Cola, and Quick Revive. You might see a little tally mark next to them as well. That is, you know, obviously a number 1, and that represents the tier level. There are 5 total tiers in this game, and each of them you gotta upgrade to get them, not through the ether shards or whatever you call them in Cold War. You don't gain those or anything like that. Rather, you use points in game, which, you know, kill zombies, complete objectives, you know, keep going through the rounds, all of that. That's how you upgrade in this game, down to the bone. If you're not, you know, familiar with that, they just recently just put this in Vanguard to keep the variety, the gameplay more fresh, so you don't get bored. You know, it is a pretty nice to actual like life change, because now you won't get stale with it. But the main differences I'll be going over in this video with each tier. And to be honest, with tier 1, you just get the perk for free. You no longer have to pay for perks in this game, at least within this mode. We don't have an actual new mode yet, so yeah, you just get the base kind of tier. It's not gonna be great. It'll help a little bit, like mainly like Jug, you'll get like maybe 25 extra health, or maybe Speed Cola, you'll get 5% extra. But it really depends. I mean, and they do get a little bit higher and better, but you really do have to upgrade. You know, tier, it is free perk. After all, it is free. All you have to do for it is simply just complete the objective and go around the map, and then, you know, open all of them up, and you'll be able to get all the perks for free. Now, you don't necessarily have to open all of the perks in the map just to get upgrade. So if you want to go balls to the wall and spend thousands of dollars, somehow you do it without, you know, going through it, you can upgrade your perks multiple. I think you can get to like at least tier 3 if you just spent all your money on that one perk. So if you're a fanatic for that one perk, go crazy, man. That's how it's going to work in this game. And the more you level them up, the more they actually become more useful. The around the area when they start to be kind of noticeable, like perks, is around tier 3. So if you're thinking tier 2 is going to do it, it'll do it like a little bit, but you want to get to tier 3 and then eventually 4, and you're going to see a vast difference, then eventually a fully upgraded perk like you would have seen in Cold War, or even some in the later games. Just around there, that's how that's just how it works now. Now you might be wondering, if they're free, how much do they cost to upgrade? And well, this is where it actually gets a little bit tight. So with every upgrade for one perk, it's going to cost you an extra 2,500. That doesn't mean like, say, hey, you upgrade Jug, that means you got to pay an extra 2,500 if you have, you know, tier 1 Quick Revive, so ultimately it'd be like 5,000. It doesn't work like Cold War. Each perk has its own sort of progression in terms of how expensive they are. So if you don't upgrade any of your perks, but say you want Deadshot, you want that upgraded, that's going to be 2,500. And you know, if you have a tier 2, the others are going to stay tier 1, and that one's going to be tier 2, and then that upgrade's going to be 5,000, and then the other ones before that are still going to be 2,500 because they are tier 1 and not tier 2 like Deadshot. If that makes sense. You know, if not, just think about it, just write it down, maybe something. It sounds a little confusing, but it's really simple. Each upgrade is about 2,500 points, and it is kind of expensive when you're paying for 5 perks, at least for right now. And you know, 2,500, you know, it kind of adds up. But the higher you go into the rounds, the more you're going to be getting points, the more zombies you're gonna kill, the more you this, more that, yada yada yada. Okay, I don't have to ramble. You know, if you're watching this, you play zombies, you know how I'm talking about, you know how it goes. Look, I don't gotta explain it to you. But it does get pretty pricey. I mean, just upgrading one perk alone, I mean, that's 2,500, 5,000, 7,500, 10,000. You know, it just keeps going on and on. So it definitely gives you a lot of progression to do within game. And you know, some people might disagree with this, but personally I think it's healthy. I think it's good that we have progression within the game. I really did like Cold War. I liked the whole, oh hey, I gotta grind for like these ether shrouds, but now it's like, oh hey, I get to grind every match, and you know, you're able to do a lot more and actually, you know, budget your points a little bit more. And now that salvage necessarily isn't a giant aspect of the game, it'll definitely tie into that a little bit more, so you will see that come into play. But yeah, I don't yeah, that's really how it goes. But going back to the tier progressions and how it will actually be noticed, if you notice right now, earlier in the video, like a couple minutes ago, you see me have stamina up and I wasn't really running fast, but with stamina up I'm running extremely fast. And even if you notice with Jug, I have 50 more health. Every increment goes up by 25%. I want to say each sort of little arrangement just goes up a tiny sliver amount of it what it normally would. So if speed cola is up 33%, I mean technically speaking, then I would have about a 12% reload increased speed just with the standard mag. So that's what you could assume, or maybe it'd be like maybe 15 or 18 depending on what kind of tier upgrade you have. And also another thing with this, just because you upgrade the tier does not mean it grants you additional abilities. Now I was thinking this at first because, well, Cold War, I don't mean to just keep talking about it, but I mean this is where the tier system comes from. All the tier upgrades gave you an additional gain, not even just say increased running speed. It would give you, like, say you can walk backwards faster, or maybe you can drop down without taking damage. It does not do that in this game, so make sure you're not just piggybacking on your Cold War facts. It just upgrades the ability alone, which I kind of like. I think it is a little cool. It makes it to where the perks aren't absolutely overpowered, so at least Treyarch listen to us about overpoweredness and how it will actually play an effect, because granted the perks are good, but this mode is a little bit hard. I mean, definitely if you're not used to it and you're not used to the tight coordination and all that and this, and not having a right weapon, it could definitely get out of hand, especially if you don't have your perks upgraded. And man, are they expensive, and there's something you want to do. And the final part of this video, I would just want to recommend what kind of perks to get upgraded first. You can get all your perks first out of the way. I mean, it literally doesn't hurt you, but I would really recommend stamina up. It gets you out of things the fastest. And also Jug is really good in this game. Deadshot Daiquiri is really good as well, but all the perks are good and all, but I would definitely go for those recommended upgrading at least first, because salvage is really harder at least to get in this game. And now it's like, hey, if you don't have armor, you're kind of toast. But hey gamers, if you made this far, you deserve a cookie, and I love you. Check out the links in the description. It really helps me out and helps you out too, homie. But I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you have a wonderful day. See ya.